And welcome everyone back to Hesston High School, The Shed. Rusty Witcher alongside Eli Roth. Hi Eli, how we doing, buddy? As he gets his microphone down.
We're doing good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. We have a matchup tonight, the Battle for Dutch Avenue, as we like to call them, the Swathers and Buhler. Hesston comes in tonight, they are 11-1. Ever since that opening season loss to Southeastern Saline, it's been the Big Red Rampage. As the Swathers have rattled off 11 straight wins, Jake Proctor currently averages 22 points a game, the most since Jeff Osborne's senior season in 1985-86. The Swathers won the Trojan Classic by beating Republic County 72-25, knocking off Hillsborough in the semifinals 48-33, and dispatching Remington in the championship game 59-36. Buhler, however, they're coming in, they're 3-8. They broke a 4-game losing streak with a 67-48 win over Liberal in the Salina Invitational to snag 7th place last week. The Crusaders opened the tournament action with a 66-43 loss to Salina Central, followed by a 58-54 loss to Wichita South before this past Saturday's win. Right now, Buhler would be the 13th seed on the west side of the 4A bracket. Keys to the game tonight for the Buhler boys, they said, head coach Bryant said they want to have good energy, working and playing hard, transition defense, and blocking out. So we'll see if the Swathers want to get the ball and run. It is going to be a great night tonight at halftime. The 1982-83 basketball team, it's their 40th anniversary of that team that won state. The first Swather team to do that. They went 24-1 on that season. We'll actually have a slideshow at them after they're introduced here. A couple of pictures that our wonderful Swather Sports Network was able to comb through yearbooks and get.
These Buhler Crusaders are 2-8, but they do not look like they're 2-8. They're a very good team, play a lot of very good teams.
Yeah, they're in the AVCTL, which is one of the premier leagues in the state, in the 4A, 5A, and even some of the 6A. But the 4A, 5A especially. I mean, that AVCTL is a monster of a league. The Central Kansas League for some of the smaller schools, monster of a league. Starting lineups tonight, Eli for Buhler. Their start, number 2, is 6'4" senior in Diedrich Willard Trask. Number 3, a 5'11" senior in Ethan Stanball. Number 11, a 6'1" senior in Grant Ricker. Number 21, a 6' junior in Jeffrey Neal. And number 22, a 6' senior in Matthew Eddy. Starting lineup for the Swathers, it's the same ever since Jackson Fry has cracked the starting lineup. He's a 6'2" junior. Then the man and possibly the best player in 3A is the 6'4" senior Jake Brock.
Easily.
The fifth, number 5, a 6'3" junior in Adrian Hernandez. Number 25, a 6'3" senior in Lane McGill. And number 33, a 6'2" senior in Micah Dalston.
The Swathers will be without Tyler Ruertz tonight,
okay,
as he's battling an ankle injury, suffered it in practice about a week ago.
All right. So we'll see what happens tonight as we've got Jay Proctor and his 22 points a game scoring average. And you wonder, Eli, you talked to me a little bit before that in the opening. The Shed is packed.
It is very packed. Looks like the Hesston-Hillsborough game here last year. No empty seat.
This is wonderful. It's 20 miles separating these two towns. Even though they're not league rivals, this is a great little mid-season battle as both teams play in tournaments. I think this is something that needs to continue year in and year out.
I think it will.
So we are getting closer and closer to action. Swathers will be in action on Tuesday night, right here in the Shed as Hoyson comes to town.
And yes, for those of you watching, it is during the K-State KU game. I know it's tough, but watch along with the Swathers.
That's right. So we are ready for action here from the Shed. Great turnout here as we are ready for action. Onward, Hesston. As look at this crowd tonight here in the Shed.
Everybody's on their feet.
Everybody is on their feet. We are ready for action here. Basketball. Adrian Hernandez jumping center. He'll jump against Matthew Eddy. And away we go. Swathers control the tip. And Jake Proctor starting things off here on the near side. Jackson Fry, Buhler opening in the zone. Daring Jake to shoot from outside on the far side. He'll go elbow to Lane McGill. Back to Jake in the corner. Jake finds Adrian short corner. Adrian wraps it around. Jackson Fry off the window, up and in. And Jackson Fry gives the Swathers a 2-0 lead right away out of the gate.
That zone gave us trouble in C-team. It was very tough to score off of it, but eventually we got the hang of it, but still couldn't pull away.
So Buhler with it on the far side. Stambaugh looking in trouble, guarded by Micah Dawson. Stambaugh finally finds Willard Trask. Trask down low, backs it out. That is Matthew Eddy. Eddy plays it on top, Jeffrey Neal. Neal will back away, guarded by Jake Proctor. And Neal working on the far side, finding Willard Trask. Trask trying to drive baseline, cut off, backs it out. A long three off the heel of the iron, too strong. Rebound pulled down by Lane McGill. Proctor on the far side. Proctor thought about stopping and popping. No, instead, he'll get it cleared out. Lane McGill straight away. Jake Proctor. We've seen Proctor. He can score in bunches. He can score in bunches. Lightning quick.
He loves to shoot the three ball here in the shed. So let's look for that to be a factor.
And there's the three that misses the rebound. Tip saved by Micah Dawson here in the near corner. Swathers working the Windex, cleaning the glass. Lane McGill dribbles out, and Buhler wants to zone Hesston. Slow this down. Lane McGill short corner. Backs it on top. Dalston plays over the far side. Jackson Fry. Hernandez short corner. Kicks it out. Proctor here on the near side. Splits through, steps through. Proctor scoops it in and out. And the rebound pulled down by Buhler.
Tough break.
Willard Trask on the far side. Diedrich Willard Trask spins his way in. The basket up. It scores. It counts, and Adrian Hernandez guilty of the foul. Diedrich Willard Trask makes the move in, scores off the window. And Adrian guilty of his first personal foul. And the first foul of the game coming at the 6:05 mark. Buhler contend. They want to slow this down as the free throw misses, and the rebound taken in by the Crusaders. The one man on the free throw line pulls in the rebound. Possession stays with the Crusaders.
I know Coach Roth is not happy with that one. Just the look of it, he never wants an offensive rebound on a free throw ever.
And they'll bring in their 6'6" sophomore, Reed Friesen, comes in off the bench.
Thought you were talking about Buhler there for a minute.
Driving in a wraparound pass, they shot short, and they foul charge to Reed Friesen. Second foul on the Swathers.
On this possession.
At the free throw line, Matthew Eddy, he'll shoot two. And the southpaw misses the first. Interesting little side note, both 22s for Buhler, boys and girls, are both lefties. So I guess if you wear number 22, you have to be a lefty now. Is that a rule?
I don't know, maybe I should wear 22.
That free throw will rattle home. I didn't realize you're a lefty. You're a southpaw?
Kind of.
Okay. Buhler with the lead.
I'm both, I guess.
Lane McGill has it taken away, and Micah Dalston, though, right place, right time. Dalston here on the near side, Reed Friesen in the near corner. Friesen plays it across to Proctor. Proctor feeds Lane McGill short corner. McGill goes to work, and McGill is fouled underneath. Foul whistled on Matthew Eddy. He'll pick up his first personal foul. Lane McGill on top, Jackson Fry. Proctor feeds McGill at the low block. Lane muscles shot up and in. And the Swathers take the lead 4-3. That's stripped away by Proctor. Proctor racing all the way in, and with a one-hand jam, Jay Proctor threw that down with authority.
He's been wanting one of those for a while. Every time he goes up, he gets pushed straight in the back.
There's
and
another
here comes
steal.
another. Oh,
Proctor goes
away.
in, scoops it
And
up,
one.
and will not score a rebound. Jackson Fry stick back in and out. Reed Friesen, third time the charm will not go. Foul whistled, and Reed will shoot 2.
He almost had 2 in a row in a 10-second span.
He
Just
did.
Lost control or got it poked away. I don't know which one.
So Reed Friesen at the free throw line, a chance for 2 from the line, and his first free throw missing. Second free throw coming up. That free throw up and good for Reed. Reed knocks down 1 of 2. Swathers lead 7-3. .449 to go. Pass on the far side. Eddie plays it inside to Gilliam. Gilliam up, and the basket will not count. An offensive foul. Charged.
That was the second charge attempt that Adrian's taken already. Could have picked up his second, but gave the first foul to the Crusaders.
Tavian Gilliam picks up his first personal foul. Third team foul on the Crusaders. Micah Dawson plays it. Jake Proctor. Proctor on the far side. Dawson on the window, in the wing. Adrian Hernandez drives in off the glass and kisses it home.
Perfect rim run right there by Adrian.
Swathers spreading the love around. 4 players with a field goal. Swathers in front, 9-2. 9-3 rather, excuse me. Stand ball working. In the corner, that's picked off by Dawson. Dawson ahead to Proctor. Proctor the other way. Proctor lobbing inside to Friesen. Friesen goes in off the glass with the left hand up and in.
I thought he was going to dunk it there for a minute.
There's a timeout taken. 30-second timeout.
Hey Swather fans, thank you for choosing the Hesston Pharmacy. When you support your locally owned and operated pharmacy, you make it possible for us to pass it on to Hesston kids with ads like this. Thank you, and go Swathers.
The Hesston Pharmacy Swathers Sports Network supporter. As we are in action, 11-3 the Swathers. They're all over the Crusaders after only first going. We still got 3:47. This has been an up and down first quarter, Eli.
It's been one of the longer first quarters. Seems like the first half of most of these games fly by, but kind of feels like it's going to be a lengthier game with that zone that Buhler runs.
Swathers though cutting some seams in that. Buhler with it, Dieter Trask. Parker on the far side. Parker guarded by Proctor, and he blocked. Proctor picks up his first personal foul. Ryland Parker, a 5'8" sophomore. Third team foul on the Swathers. Team fouls even at 3 apiece. Willard Trask to key it in for the Crusaders. Finds Parker. Parker pressed into action here. The 3 by.
That was a deep 3. He
Stand
was
ball
shooting
will not
those in
go.
warm-ups too.
Jake Proctor near side, pull up, no, dumps it down, Friesen inside. Great look for Proctor. Friesen can't cash in. Reed just padding his stats down there.
And one.
Gets the rebound, the offensive rebound, scores, and he'll have the chance for the 3-point play. Just padding his stats. Could have probably made the first one, but he wanted an extra rebound, right? Right, Eli?
Yeah, Jake Proctor wanted that assist too, but
Free throw
didn't
up
get
and
it.
good for Reed. Reed now with 6 points.
Made the free throw, so sub's coming in.
Eric Schmidt checking the lineup.
It's happened a few times tonight. Happened in the C game a few times too.
Packed house, kind of hard to see with everybody standing up and going on with everything going on. Parker crossing over, guarded by Proctor. Far side stand ball. Ricker dumps it down low. Dietrich Trask. Willard Trask. Shot will not go. Stick back blocked by Eric Schmidt. Ricker dials up from deep. His three splashes down. Here comes the Swathers the other way. Micah Dalston, far side corner. Dalston plays it out on top. Proctor, elbow to McGill. Proctor thought about a three. He'll drive in. No look pass inside to Friesen. Friesen lays it up and in. Tried to dunk it. Couldn't come down with it. But he did a good job there of scoring. Swathers in up 16-6.
I think he could have dunked it, but he just laid it in.
Swanson Roberts in the lineup. Isaac Sanchez checking the lineup.
Sanchi, as they call him. Classic man.
Classic kid.
Really good kid. Maybe short, but he's feisty, so I wouldn't get in a fight.
Parker bringing the ball up the floor. Far side. Gillum trying to drive, or rather Willard Trask. There's a foul whistled. And the foul charged to Lane McGill. Lane picks up his first personal foul. Willard Trask at the free throw line where he will shoot 2, I believe. Free throw misses. Second free throw, crawls around and drops home. So Willard Trask with his first point from the free throw line.
Just a side note, as I've been watching these games earlier today, Buhler does not miss many free throws, so could be a factor late, but by the way it's panning out so far, it doesn't look like it will be.
2:12 to go. Proctor on the far side on top, Jackson Fry. Proctor left alone, dials up from way downtown, and that one's off the side of the rim. Rebound, Willard Trask. Trask trying to go behind his back, has his pocket picked by Proctor. Proctor kicks it ahead, loose on the floor, body's going everywhere.
How's that a jump ball? No one ever had possession.
Was a tie-up. Possession arrow goes to the Swathers.
I feel like we should be at halftime by now. Only 6 minutes in.
Good quarter, though. A lot of action.
Yeah.
Micah Dalston, Jake Proctor. Proctor nearly had it poked away. Dalston on the far side. Fry feeding McGill short corner. Back on top. Dalston flips it to Proctor. A little miscommunication there by the Swathers out in front. Down low, McGill goes up, off the window, up and in. Lane McGill fights his way through the contact and scores off the window. It's 18-7, Swathers by 11. Swanson Roberts the other way. His wild shot goes up and it scores. Swanson Roberts scores off the window. Buhler not afraid to drive. Foul whistle on Adrian. He'll pick up his second personal foul. Swanson Roberts at the free throw line to shoot. He's a 5'11" sophomore.
Looks like I got a pretty talented sophomore class.
Rebound pulled down by Jake Proctor. Just a minute and change to go here in our first quarter as Jackson Fry on the far side on top. Reed. Proctor trying to turn the corner, elevates from 15, his jumper in and out. Rebound pulled down, Lane McGill. Dalston catching, setting up the offense. Proctor plays in McGill. McGill off the glass, no fall, followed by a Friesen, will not go.
This place would have exploded if that
I
went
think
in.
you're right. The other way, the shot by Ricker will not go, and the rebound pulled down by Reed Friesen. Friesen no look pass, or rather Proctor no look pass to Lane McGill. And a charge called on Lane. Lane picks up his second personal foul.
Great job of the sophomore to get set right there.
So Jeffrey Neal back in the game. Mark checked in the game for the Crusaders.
Crusaders play about 11 to 12 guys per game.
Do they? Okay, that was good to know.
Swathers only play about 8 or 9, so.
Parker setting this offense up for Buhler. 10 seconds on the clock. Far side Parker elevates a long jumper from 16, will not drop. Rebound Reed Friesen. Friesen ahead Proctor. Proctor tried to dribble it and that will go out of bounds. We've played a quarter here from the Swathers Sports Network. And the Swathers leading 18-9.
We'd like to thank all of the SSN sponsors that have supported us this year. We have been able to enroll more students in our program and continue to create quality content largely because of your support. From all of us at Swather Sports Network, thank you. GLC Real Estate Services, Inc. GLC Real Estate Services, Inc., your only hometown real estate agency, is a proud sponsor of the Hesston Swathers. Call the GLC team for all your real estate needs. 620-327-3100 or find us at www.glcrealestate.com or on Facebook. Serving individuals, couples, families, and kids throughout the region. Central Kansas Counseling walks alongside you in the pursuit of living more healthy, courageous, and authentic lives. Call now to get started.
All right. 18-9 our score.
Shout out to Hudson over there,
Yeah.
7th grader, trying out the mic, doing the ad breaks.
Great job for Mr. Jans.
Yep.
Buhler trailed by 9 here.
It's like they ran the same thing. It's like they did at the end of the quarter. Parker going all the way around, except they got the 3.
There's a 3 up and good for Ricker, his second 3 of the contest. And that cuts the lead to 6, 18-12. Parker trying to set this offense up.
They went to a man.
Jackson Fry goes behind, lays it up and in. The Swathers slice their way to 2 quickly. Right through the man they go. 20-12 the score.
Mistake on Buehler's part, never play man against this team. The zone gives us struggles, but if you play man, we're just going to tear you apart.
That ball deflecting off of Buhler and out of bounds. It will be to the Swathers as Jackson Fry's active hands force the turnover.
Jackson Fry had a really good day at practice yesterday, and it looks like he's translated it over to today.
Well, they have a shoe being retied.
I hate when that happens. I mean, I hate when it happens to you, not to other people.
Right.
It's really embarrassing when everybody's staring at you while you tie your shoe.
And then you hope you tie it right so you don't have to retie it in front of everybody.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Eric Schmidt, he'll dial from way downtown, and Eric's shot is a little short, and the rebound right to Buhler.
Nobody picked him up, so he just said, I'll shoot it.
Willard Trask cans the jumper from the baseline. His 5th point, and it's a 6-point Swather advantage. Proctor, stutter, step, stop, and go. Blocked from behind by Ricker. Far side, Willard Trask plays it back on top. Neal steps through, and that is poked out of there by Jay Proctor. Eddie checks in the game for the Crusaders. Dalston returns for the Swathers. That one nearly poked away, tipped. Swanson Roberts here on the near side. Willard Trask. Ricker stops and pops his three. Up and good. Rickards can 3 threes now. It's 2017.
Swathers do not want to let him get going.
They go back door to Proctor. Proctor inside. Ball fake gets 2 defenders in the air. Finally draws a foul, and he'll shoot 2. Swanson Roberts whistled for the foul. He picks up his first, team's 5th. And Jake at the free throw line. His first free throw good. Second free throw coming up. That free throw, nothing but net. 4 for Proctor. Swathered by 5, 22-17. Neal on the far side. Willard Trask back to Ricker. Ricker scanned 3 threes in the first half. Tried to wrap it around, and Micah Dawson comes up with a steal. Dawson ahead, Proctor. Proctor. McGill. Lane dials up a 3, his 3 in and out. Rebound, Reed Friesen. Friesen down low, foul from behind.
Reed Friesen's played really
Reed
well
Friesen's
so far.
having himself a good ball game tonight.
How many rebounds does he have?
I don't know. He's got a bunch. I think he's working his way towards double-double territory early on. I see he's at the free throw stripe to shoot 2. Standball whistle for the foul. His free throw good. Reed with 9 already. Second free throw coming up. Reed makes good on both free throws.
75% on the game.
As Ricker working against Jackson Fry. Fry takes it away. Jackson racing, draining all the way in. Jackson lays it up and in. A timeout taken. A 30-second timeout taken.
Just trying to figure it out. I don't know if it's full timeout.
Oh, it's a full timeout.
The Bradbury Group is a proud supporter of Hesston High School athletics. Bradbury is a family-owned custom equipment manufacturer headquarters in Mound Ridge. They are currently hiring for entry-level and advanced manufacturer careers. Bradley's family environment, variety and challenging work, opportunities to advance, and great benefits are unmatched. To learn more, visit bradburygroup.com.
26-17 our score. Swathers by 9 in the battle for Dutch Avenue. We've been treated an entertaining game. Buhler doesn't want to get pushed around tonight. They came to play. Like Eli said, Buhler 3-8, but it's a deceiving 3-8. They've been in quite a few games. Stick around for halftime as we'll be recognizing the 1982-83 Swather basketball team. Their 40th anniversary. Jackson Fry and Rick are getting talking to.
Looks like down on the baseline, they won't let Lane McGill get in front of him, making him get behind him. He's trying to wedge his way in there.
Swather showing full court pressure. Trask plays it into Neal. Neal on the far side to Eddie. Travel whistled. And Buhler turns it over.
Moved his feet a few too many times right there.
Asher Dutchendorf checking in.
Asher's in? Let's go. He normally doesn't see much action, but good for him.
Asher checks in the game. 5:16 to go. Fry with it. Working driving. Kicks it to Proctor. Proctor in traffic, goes baseline. That pass is taken away by Buhler.
You don't see that very often from Jake Proctor.
Jake kind of got himself in no man's land there. Far side to Eddie. Eddie plays out. Jackson Fry nearly takes it away. There's an over and back call.
Buhler fans are not happy about that call.
Talking it over, making sure that
Confirms the call.
I like when refs come together and talk it over. Consensus agreed. Jake Proctor, Jackson Fry. Refreezing here on the near side. Back on top, Proctor. Plays it to Fry. Friesen. Elevates the jumper. In and out for rebound. Pulled in by Asher Dutchendorf. Asher cleans the glass, forces the tie-up, and the Swathers retain possession.
He was doing that in the JV game, too. He was the only one to get a rebound.
Asher cleaning the glass. Proctor. Step back three for Proctor. Rolls around, followed by Dalston. And Dalston, with a little jump 21 there, action scores.
So it's called Pogo. I love those. Those are so much fun.
And the Swathers back in front by 11. Eddie to Rickert. Rickert's hit 3 threes, make it a fourth as he knocks his fourth three down. Grant Ricker has 12, keeping Buhler in this game.
Shooting from Marquise Noel range out there. Jeez.
Micah Dawson here on the near side. Micah driving baseline, finds Asher. Asher backs away. Proctor on the far side. Jake to Asher. They'll wrap it around. Jackson, he'll fire a three. His three doesn't drop, and the rebound pulled down by Jeffrey Neal. Neal working against Jackson Fry. Neal, a blocking foul whistled on Jake Proctor.
He easily lowered his shoulder. Jake was set and everything. Gives Jake his second, too.
So Jake picks up his second personal foul. Eric Schmidt checking back in the lineup. Jeffrey Neal at the free throw line, shooting 101. Neal's free throw good. Second free throw coming up. That free throw rattles around and drops home. Neal knocks down both free throws. Parker checks back in the lineup here for the Buhler Crusaders. Proctor sticking in the game with those two fouls. Swathers by 6, 28-22. Eric Schmidt, high post, goes back door. Micah Dalston lays it, floats it in and out. Rebound, Asher had it for a second. Last touch off of the Swathers will go Buhler basketball. Timeout taken here, full timeout.
Receive a minimum scholarship package of 65% of tuition, a discount over $19,000 per year at Hesston College when you meet the following criteria. Graduate from high school within a 50-mile radius of Hesston College, live on campus, meet admission acceptance standards. With your discount, you are guaranteed to pay less than the average price of K-State, KU, and Wichita State. Hesston College. Start here, go everywhere.
I never got to Hesston College yet.
3:13 to go. Swathers by 6, 28-22. Be Buhler basketball coming out of the timeout. Each time the Swathers have felt like they wanted to pull away, Eli, Buhler answers back.
Buhler had it to 3 at one point. Then he pulled
That
away.
ball goes right through the hands of Parker on the far side.
Tough break for Buhler right there.
Jake Proctor setting the offense up. Micah Dalston goes back door. Jackson Fry cuts the basket, draws a foul, and Jackson will shoot 2. Swathers have really done a good job of working the backdoor cuts.
Jackson Fry has a quiet few layups. Just on the backdoor cuts, though, just like we were talking about.
Swanson Roberts with the foul, his second. And Jackson Fry's free throw rattles home. Stanbaugh checks back in the lineup here for the Swathers, or for the Crusaders, rather. Isaac Sanchez back in for Hesston. Second free throw coming up. That free throw rattles home. Jackson uses all of the rim. 8 for Jackson.
It's quiet 8 points.
30-22. That's what the lead is. On top, Ricker. Working against Jackson Fry. Ricker working. Jackson Fry right there in Ricker's shirt. Ricker drives in. Shot blocked from behind by Jackson. Out of bounds. .228 to go. Played inside. Willard Trash shot up, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2.
That's Jake's third personal. Just picked it up.
Jake Proctor picks up number 3. And the 6'4" senior at the free throw line to shoot 2. That free throw good. Second chance coming up.
It's kind of thinking to keep him in there for a minute, but you just don't do that.
Can't take a chance of picking up your 4th.
I've seen that happen before. I've actually seen a kid foul out in the first half.
Second free throw by Willard Trask is good. Seven for Diedrich Willard Trask. Swathers lead 30-24. Sanji far side. Jackson Fry. Fry wraps up Micah Dalston. Dalston plays it back to Sanchi. Sanchi has it stripped away, back out to Fry. 1:52 to go. Jackson drives in and took too many steps. Jeffrey Neal checking back in the lineup for Buhler. Neal. Looking to drive, driving all the way in. Neal, the scoop, reverse layup up and good. Jeffrey Neal scores his first field goal. It's a 4-point Crusader lead. Eric Schmidt.
Doesn't seem like a 4-point lead, but it is.
Or 4-point Swather lead over the Crusaders, I should say. Micah Dalston. Finding Reed Friesen. Friesen back to Dalston in the far corner. Micah turns the corner, drives in, drives a wild scoop shot, draws a foul, and Micah will shoot 2.
Swather's struggling to find any offense without Jake Proctor in the game.
Not because Jake scored a whole bunch, because he facilitates so well, as that foul whistled on Willard Trask, his first personal. And Micah Dalston's free throw is good. Here's the other thing, Eli. Ready for this? Swathers have yet to hit a 3.
Yep. Figuring that. Haven't heard the chant from the bench yet, so.
Second free throw up and good for Dalston. Asher checks back in. 32-26, Swathers by 6. 1:10 to go. As Ricker with it on the far side. Willard Trask plays it down low. Willard Trask working against Reed Friesen. Steps through, kicks it back to Neal. 48 seconds to go. Neal lost his footing, turns it over. Micah Dawson lobs it ahead to Reed Friesen. Friesen finding Jackson Fry. Fry drives all the way in. Fry shot off the window, up and good. Jackson Fry with 10. 10 big points for Jackson, and the Swathers back in front by 8, 34-26. Ricker pulling back with 19 seconds to go, trying to set the offense up, hands off to Neal.
2 players outside of Jake Proctor are in double digits tonight. That's a very good sign for the Swathers.
That you're very true. Neal with it. Ricker has his shot swatted away by Jackson Fry. The desperation heave would have counted, and we will go to halftime. At the end of the first half, the Swathers lead 34-26. We were going to keep it right here, and we'll have the recognition of the team. We'll be back with the second half here after this. So tonight, Hesston High School is proud to recognize the 1982-83 Hesston boys basketball team, which brought home the first boys state hoops championship in Hesston High School history, coming off a 20-3 campaign in 81-82, which ended in a 56-54 first-round loss to Silver Lake. The team was poised for a run to Hutch, and run they did. This team could score, topping 100 points once, 90 twice, and 85 different times, all without the benefit of the three-point line. The Swathers raced out to an 18-0 start on the season before losing the last game of the regular season to Hillsboro, 42-36. Coach Bruce Craze said the loss actually relaxed the squad heading into sub-state. Hesston rolled Kinsley in the opening round of sub-state, 76-44, demolishing Medicine Lodge 91-60 in the semifinals, and sent Lindsborg home in the sub-state finals, 82-57. The road to state was literally lined with signs as the team traveled west on Dutch Avenue, with the most memorable sign reading, "With the last person leaving Hesston, please turn out the lights." Behind the outpouring of Swather support, The boys beat Wakini 66-55 in the first round game, staring down a 6'9 center from Immaculata and more trees. The Swathers ran through IMAC 76-44, setting up a date with the undefeated Wellsville Eagles. The Swathers ran away from Wellsville late 82-61, prompting Wellsville coaches to say in print, "We ran into a buzzsaw." So welcome back to the 82-83 Swather team. Onward Hesston, rah rah. And welcome back to the Shed. The Swathers playing the Buhler Crusaders. It is 34-26 at the end of the first half. We're about to start our second half. Scoring leading the way for Buhler Crusaders. They were led in scoring by Grant Ricker. He had 12 to lead all scores. However, Jackson Fry and Reed Friesen both with 10 to lead Hesston. Off we go here in the third quarter. Stand ball with it on the far side. Hill working on the near side. Ricker hit 4 threes in that first half. Ricker trying to drive, goes back toward a stand ball. Defense collapses. And stand ball went to his knee and got up, and that's a travel.
If I'm Buhler, I'm going straight at Jake Proctor. He has 3 personals, and if he gets his 4th, they might have a chance in this game. They have a better chance, at least.
Yeah. Jake Proctor setting this offense up. Only with 4 points, well below his average, but he facilitates so much. They go back door to Micah Dawson. He'll try the 3. Micah's 3 spinning home. Put it in the book for Micah. Micah ranges in the 3, his 5th point of the contest, and the first 3 of the game by the Swathers.
I was looking forward to that moment. Jake Proctor, they're going to keep too much on Jake Proctor. Micah Dawson's got to be the one to knock him down. Sharpshooter, as we know.
Neal driving all the way down, wraps it out in a offensive foul on Neal.
Adrian loves to take charges.
And Neal picks up his first personal foul. So 34-26 at the break. Lane McGill trying to set this offense up on top. Jay Proctor. Proctor plays it. McGill. Proctor catching, stepping back. Drawing not 1 but 2 Crusader defenders. Lane looking down low. Micah Dawson, short corner. Plays it to Proctor. Proctor catching, driving, elevates from 15, splashing down. Jay Proctor scores from 15 off the jumper.
They will not let him get an open 3 in this game.
39-26 our score. Neal with it, working on the far side. Neal looks, finding Eddie. Stand ball drives, baseline cut off. Neal plays it over, 3 on the way, and Neal knocks the 3 down. Jeffrey Neal, his 7th point of the contest. It's a 10-point Swather advantage. Proctor, back to McGill. Lane thought about a 3, changed his mind. Coach Roth calling for the ball to be swung. Adrian goes down, nearly had it stripped away, gets it back to Fry. Jackson Fry finds Lane McGill. Lane McGill's pass is deflecting out of bounds. It will stay with the Swathers.
That's a
6 to go exactly here in the quarter.
That's a situation where a coach tells you to fake one to make one.
Micah left all alone, wide open 3, splashing down. Micah Dawson heating up. Micah with 6 points in the quarter, and the Swathers stretch a lead 42-29.
That was a little miscue on Buhler. There was nobody even close to him on that side of the floor.
Don't think you want to leave Micah Dawson that wide open. Micah nearly had it takes it away, and Neal gets it back. Neal plays it. Willard, Trask driving all the way in, and Trask out of control, lost it out of bounds, and the ball to the Swathers. With 5:35 to go. Proctor, far side, driving, Fry, as they'll work it around. Jackson Fry had 10 points in the first quarter. That's probably getting close to career high for him. Fry floats it in there, and that probably will be a career high, 12 for Jackson. As 2 points from the random Fry kid, and the Swathers now stretch a lead.
At least varsity time. I don't think he's at 12 this year, so.
There's a timeout taken. Full timeout.
Which one? Didn't we already do that one?
Yeah, but we're doing it again. Go ahead. Oh. Start over.
The Bradbury Group is a proud supporter of Hesston High School athletics. Bradbury is a family-owned custom equipment manufacturer headquartered in Mound Ridge. They are currently hiring for entry-level and advanced manufacturing careers. Bradbury's family movement, variety, and challenging work, opportunities to advance, and great benefits are unmatched. To learn more, visit bradburygroup.com.
4:57. 4:57 to go here in our third quarter. Swathers on top, 44-29. Think we got to figure out. They're not quite. We're kind of trying to figure out whose mic's on what here.
Swathers have quickly stretched this to a 15-point game as there's only 8 at halftime.
That's a nice backdoor cut there put in by Neal, and Neal scores off the glass. He has all 5 Buhler points in this half.
Spoke a little bit too soon right there.
Swathers by 13, 44-31. Hernandez at the low block. Works his way down, kicks on top, Lane McGill. Proctor catch, shoot, 3, short. Rebound pulled down by Matthew Eddy. Eddy ahead to Neal. Diedrich Willard Trask the other way. Willard Trask lowers his shoulder and knocks over Lane McGill. And Willard Trask picks up his second personal foul.
As you can tell so far, the Swathers love to take charges, especially Adrian, as he's attempted 5 or 6 times to take a charge.
(44-31), Swathers by 13. Proctor stepping through, driving, dishing down low. Lane McGill goes up, and Lane is hammered, and he'll shoot 2. Foul charge to Neal. Neal picks up his second personal foul.
Lane did exactly what the coaches have been teaching us. Go into the contact and don't fade away from it. Go to the free throw line instead of missing a shot.
Free throw for Lane McGill, up and good. Swanson Roberts and Gilliam checking in the game for Buhler. Second free throw coming up for Lane. He has 5 on the night. Make it 6. Knocks down both free throws. Eric Schmidt checking the lineup for the Swathers. 46-31. 4 to go here in the third quarter. Swanson Roberts working, giving off. Ricker. Ricker had the hot hand. He had 12 points in the first half. Tosses it over his head to Eddy. Eddy in traffic. Plays it back out to Swanson Roberts. Swanson Roberts calling out that offense on the far side. Driving. Goes backdoor. Swanson Roberts spins his way in traffic, tosses it away, and reeled in by Ricker. 3:27 to go. Ricker from way downtown, a different zip code. It's off the mark. As that rebound misses, stick back up and will not go.
That shot looked like it was from Buhler, Kansas right there.
Foul charges the Swathers. Eric Schmidt picks up his first personal foul. And Matthew Eddy at the free throw line to shoot 2. Eddy's first free throw a little strong off the heel. Second free throw coming up for Eddy. Adrian checks back in the game. That free throw will not go. Rebound pulled down by Reed Friesen. Reed's got to be approaching double-double territory tonight, Eli. Jake Proctor drives all the way in. Proctor dishing back to Adrian. Adrian backs it out to Proctor. Proctor will reset the Swather offense. Under 3 to go. They go back door to Adrian. His shot is blocked from behind by
He was looking to
Eddy.
dunk.
That one tipped ahead. A stop and pop jumper will not go. Rebound pulled around, taken out by Jake Proctor. Proctor comes out of the pack with the basketball. Proctor from 15 elevates the smooth jumper, will not drop. And the rebound tracked down the far side by Parker. Swanson Roberts on the far side.
Nobody's really getting open. It's kind of just dribbling around.
Parker trying to play it here on the near side. Eddie in the corner. Backs it out. Wraparound pass down low. And they'll swing it all the way through the Swather defenders. The shot by Parker will not go. Rebound pulled down, Jake Proctor. Jake trying to set the offense up. Adrian on the far side. Jake plays it on top to Reed Friesen. Reed came off the bench for 10 first half points. Jackson Fry has 12 to lead the Swather offense. Reed tries a three. His three rattling home. The big man drains a three. And he announced a 30-second timeout taken.
Rolling Wheels is a proud sponsor of the Swather Sports Network. Since 2016, Rolling Wheels has been your pre-owned car dealer. We are proud to help many Swathers get into their first ride. Call or text us at 620-869-9982. Go Swathers.
49-31, the Swathers have stretched the lead to 17 here.
Reed Friesen having a good day, but not a better day to have one on your birthday.
Is it his birthday
Yep.
today? Okay.
From the words of Katie Gaston, it is Reed Friesen's birthday. Didn't hear it on the announcement this morning, but I trust her.
Okay, I would too. A big shout out to Katie Gasson, the leader of the Swather Sports Network. Swathers went the first half without hitting threes. They've hit 3 in this quarter alone, and the lead is 17.
Wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool if he got a double-double on his birthday?
He's got to be close.
He has to have about 7 or 8 rebounds by now.
Parker with it. Plays a Ricker. Guarded by Jackson Fry. Eddie drives in. His shot is stripped away, but a foul whistled. Foul charge to Reed Friesen. Reed picks up his second personal. Eddie at the free throw line to shoot 2.
Southpaw.
And that free throw rattles off. So Eddie struggled a little bit here in the third quarter. He's 0 for 3. Second free throw coming up. Eddie knocks down the second free throw, his second point of the contest. 49-32, a minute 21 to go. Jake Proctor trying to drive, ball fake out. Micah Dawson dials up a 3, and Micah's fouled shooting a 3. He'll shoot not 1, not 2, but 3 free throws.
That is the worst foul in basketball.
Cardinal sin.
Actually, not the worst foul. The worst foul is a 90-foot foul away from the basket when other team's in the bonus.
Right.
But fouling on a 3, it's not a very. I guess it's not a very smart move.
So Micah will be at the free throw line. The foul is charged to Swanson Roberts. He picks up number 3, and the first free throw for Micah is nothing but the bottom of the net.
This was a 7-point game at halftime, and the Swathers have quickly increased it to an 18-point lead.
Second free throw is good for Micah. Micah knocks down his second.
Colton Diller enters the game for the Swathers for Adrian.
Micah's third free throw, in and out. Micah with 8 points in the quarter, 10 for the contest. The third Swather score to hit double digits. Willard Trask here plays it on top. Parker works it, picks up his dribble. Parker finding Neal. Neal back away and reset the Crusader offense.
3 Swathers in double digits, and
The
Jake
jumper
Proctor
up
is
and
not one of them.
good. Parker with his first field goal. And only the second field goal from the Buhler bench. tonight.
Isn't that a difference, though?
Pardon?
The bench points? Reed Friesen has more bench points than their entire team.
Proctor pulling back, trying to hold for one. Sanchez on the far side. Proctor now with 15. We'll work it around. Colton Diller looking down low. Colton on top, Sanchi. Sanchi steps in. He'll fire the jumper for 15, missing. Rebound, Willard Trask. Trask ahead. Swanson Roberts steps through, lets it fly. Will not go. We'll go to the end of the third quarter. Swathers leading 51-34. And welcome back here to the Shed. Rusty Witcher alongside Eli Roth. A fourth and final quarter. Swathers have stretched the lead. It was an 8-point halftime advantage for Hesston. They've stretched the lead to 17 in the battle for Dutch Avenue. Miguel plays it in top, Jake Proctor. Proctor with only 6 points. He's held to 16 below his average. They go back door to Proctor. Proctor off the glass, up and good. And Jake now with 8.
Smelling a big quarter from Jake Proctor right here.
53-34, Swathers by 19.
I'm thinking he'll get to about 16 points, and that's what he's going to top out at.
Okay, we'll see how much of a sage Eli Roth is. The jumper by Neal is up and good. Proctor plays it to Friesen. Reed's knocked down a 3 already. He has 13 on the evening. Fry goes down low. Adrian Hernandez ball fakes and draws a foul, and Adrian will shoot 2. Stand-ball whistle for the foul. He picks up his second personal foul. The free throw will not drop for Adrian. Hernandez free throw up and good. Adrian makes good on 1 of 2 3-points now for Adrian. 54-36 our score. Neal turnaround jumper missing, the rebound fought for. The 3 by Neal will not drop. That ball tipped around, bodies everywhere. Neal muscled the shot up, a foul whistled.
That was a crazy play.
It really was. And just a lot of good hustle, though. Both teams helping each other up.
I love when bodies are flying everywhere. Everybody's having a good time. It might hurt, but still having a good time.
Free throw up and good. That was by Neal. Second chance coming. Neal's having himself a pretty good second half. That free throw up, also up and good. 9 in the half, 13 for the game for Neal. He leads the Buhler Crusaders offense.
Does he lead all scorers?
Yeah, he might right now. Yeah, he does. He's tied with Reed Friesen. They both have 13. Adrian muscles a shot, muscles it down low, gets it back, lost it, gets it up, and scores off the glass. Adrian now with 5 points. Ricker tossed it away. Ricker hit 4 threes in that second half, and Jackson Fry has been all over Ricker.
You love when you have a guy that can defend a
you
hot
absolutely
shooter.
do. An
Just lock him
on-ball
down.
defender or just a lockdown defender, and do so many different things with that. Reed Friesen on the far side. On top, Adrian Hernandez. Little ball fake from straight away. Lane feeds Reed at the short corner. Reed goes to work, works all the way down low block, kicks it back out. Jake Proctor in traffic. Ball fake. Jake with a great ball fake up and good. Jake now with 10. He hits 10. He's in double figures. That's 4 Swathers scores in double figures. And the Swathers by 20, 58-38. Stand ball, finding Willard Trask. Willard Trask, his shot will not go. Rebound, stand ball. Stand ball tries to muscle up. That's deflected by Lane McGill. What a play by Lane to throw it off of stand ball. Head coach for Buhler doing everything he can to get a technical foul here, I think. 58-38 our score. Proctor. Far side to Eric Schmidt. Sanchi plays it to Proctor. Proctor drives all the way in. His finger roll will not go. Proctor went down hard. In the far side, Neal, he'll try a 3. His 3 crawls off. Rebound, stand ball, and a tie-up.
That is not a good sign for the Swathers. If Jake Proctor is down, that is really not a good sign. He's tough.
He went down hard.
It was kind of a surprising no call.
Jackson Fry will sub in for Proctor. It looks like Proctor's okay.
When knocked out of him, most likely.
I've been there. That's not fun to have the wind knocked out of you.
Go blank for a few seconds. Not blank, but.
5:11 to go. Willard Trask the other way for the Crusaders. Backdoor to Stanball. Stanball wraps it around to Eddie. Eddie in traffic. Nice little ball fake. Muscle the shot up and in. And Eddie scores his first field goal of the game and a chance for the 3-point play.
Pretty good ball fake right there.
It really was. So the free throw coming up. Reed Friesen checks back in. Free throw for Eddie is good. 5 points for Matthew Eddie. 17 points, Swather advantage, 58-41, 4:55 to go. Sanchi saw the seam driving all the way in. Sanchi high off the glass, will not drop. Great take by Sanchi, just couldn't find the range. That one taken away by Micah Dawson on the far side. Swathers have numbers, Reed Friesen. Slows it down, gives it back to Sanchi. Back to Reed. Reed will try the 3. Reed's 3 well off the mark. Rebound Jackson Fry. There's Micah Dawson though, comes up and a blocking foul whistle against Buhler.
Jake Proctor may or may not check back into the ball game. The Swathers having a demanding lead.
And substitutions coming in for Buhler. Marks and Miller also in the game now. Jacob Miller. Looks like the bench has been emptied a little bit here. Isaac Sanchez gives it back out. Oh, deflecting all the way. Colton Diller trying to save it and does. Harris
slammed
just
up against those bleachers.
great hustle by both teams.
Yep.
Timeout taken by the Swathers. A 30-second timeout. Rack.
I don't know.
Creek 5K for females at all ages will be at 9:30 a.m. on Saturday, April 29th at Hesston High School. Register now at hrce.org.
Yes, that's the Emma Creek Classic 5K, one of the largest women-only events in the state, and that is in April. And registration open for that event. 58-41, 4:19 to go.
It's been a fun one.
It has been. You know, the Swathers really got to see some production from people not named Jake Proctor tonight, and that helps out
really good
in the long run. Micah Dalston. He'll handle the point with Proctor over there on the bench. Swathers very content. Colton Diller, Isaac Sanchez. Reed Friesen at the elbow. Straight away backing out Proctor, or rather Colton Diller. Reed Friesen stepping through. Backs out Micah Dalston. Dalston drives in, has his passes taken away, but Reed Friesen comes up with a loose ball. And the Swathers very content just to work that clock as we've reached under 3:40 to go in this contest. Eric Schmidt at the low block. Works his way down. Eric stepping through, up and under, off the window, too strong. Rebound pulled down by Miller.
Good job of recognizing what the defense gave to you.
Parker stepping in. Fadeaway jumper will not drop. Rebound taken down by the Swathers. Swathers very patient. As Micah Dalston had a great third quarter with 8 points in that third quarter. 10 for the game for Dalston. Isaac Sanchez, the nifty little up and under, much to the ground to line, and Sanchi has his first bucket.
That was a good scoop and score right there.
It really was. 60-41. Swanson Roberts has it batted out of bounds.
Here comes the bottom of the bench for the Swathers.
Carter Gonzalez, Maddox Williams, Blake Hansen all in the game.
And Asher Dutchendorf returns.
Keying it in. A three from Ricker. Too long. Rebound Colton Diller. Colton will bring the ball before and set up. This one their offense. 2:23 to go. The freshman Williams on the far side. Blake Hansen plays it over Colton. Diller has it deflecting off of Buhler, staying with the Swathers. Swathers turn the ball over. Near steal by Colton Diller on the far side. Parker trying to set this offense up. The elevated jumper will not drop there by Swanson Roberts. Rebound Carter Gonzalez. Carter finding Asher. Colton Diller finding Asher on the far side. Swathers very patient. The jumper up and good. Who scored?
Colton Diller.
Colton scored, thank you, I missed it. Colton with his first bucket of the contest. 62-41. That ball taken away by Carter Gonzalez. Carter comes up with the steal.
The big man taking it up the floor. I love when that happens.
Plays it down to Carter. Colton dials up a
Short.
3, misses, rebound Asher. A minute to go, Asher plays it back out. Blake Hansen. That one taken away by Marks, who races in. Wild shot off the window, up and good. Marks scores. Jackson Marks with his first field goal of the contest. 62-43. Carter down low. Carter goes to work off the glass, up and good. Carter scoring. Carter picks up his first field goal. 29 seconds to go as the Swathers are going to move to 12-1. Buhler is going to fall to 3-8. 3-9, excuse me.
They have 3 wins or 2 wins?
3.
3.
As the jumper will not drop and the rebound pulls down the Swathers. That's a 12-game winning streak, Eli. And final scoring looking a little bit like this. For Buhler, they were led in scoring by Jeffrey Neal with 13, 12 for Grant Ricker, 7 for Diedrich Willard Trask, 5 for Matthew Eddy, 2 for Parker, 2 for Swanson Roberts, and 2 for Marks. On the other side of things, the Swathers have 4 players in double figures, Reed Friedman leading the way with 13. 12 for Jackson Fry, 10 for Jake Brocker, 10 for Micah Dalston, 6 for Lane Miguel, 5 for Adrian Hernandez, and 2 apiece for Isaac Sanchez, Colton Miller, and Carter Gonzalez. That's going to do it for us. We'll be back right here on Tuesday night during the Sunflower Showdown, and also Poison coming to town right here on the Swather Sports Network. For Eli Roth, I'm Rusty Witcher saying thank you and good night.